The varsity football team battles the Raiders, and they put on a show. We have highlights and reactions.
Good morning, Lincoln. I'm Mia Sammons.
And I'm Delaney Rossetti. How's your soccer season going so far this year, Mia?
It's going really well. We won last night.
That's good to hear. It's been a successful fall sports season here at Lincoln, and we have a lot to cover today.
We start today's show with our main event, the battle between the Lions and the Raiders.
Gahanna is looking to bounce back from a tough loss last week against Centerville.
And the Lions are definitely ready for this game.
Our Olivia Doyle has the highlights.
The 2-1 Lions on the road for the second straight week in a border war with Reynoldsburg, and Lincoln wastes no time. On their first play from scrimmage, Dior Hubbard explodes for the 61-yard touchdown run. Lions with the quick 7-0 lead. Still in the first, it's Hubbard again. This time, he takes it in from the 5 for the 14-0 lead. The Raiders respond instantly. Cerise Weaver fields the kickoff and races 95 yards for the touchdown to cut the lead in half, 14-7. But that's when Dior Hubbard answers again. On the first play from scrimmage, Hubbard goes 91 yards for the Lions touchdown. Lincoln up, 21-7. A 25-yard field goal by Max Saliba extends the Lions' lead 24-7. And then, the Raiders backed up at their own 3 when Isaac Perkins and Elijah King combined to stuff the Raiders in their own end zone for the safety. That made it 26-7 Lincoln. Just over 4 minutes remaining in the half, and Maxwell Cummings runs right. He goes untouched for the 31-yard touchdown. Cummings ran for 118 yards. Lincoln up, 27-7. The defense holds Reynoldsburg to only 123 total yards, and they also got the 62-yard interception return from Colton Chrysler, who rumbles all the way down to its 8. That set up another Hubbard TD, this time from 6 yards out. Hubbard adds the 5th TD in the second half and finishes with 298 yards and 5 touchdowns. And the Lions dominate from start to finish, winning 47-13.
The defense has been staying solid because we got a lot of returning guys this year, and the secondary, they're always around each other, and we just trust each other a lot more now. It's week 4, we keep getting better, keep taking every rep serious at practice, and just keep going hard. And we believe in our box, Jada and Kamari, those guys always dominate and do their job, so we just feel like we need to do ours all the time. It's just a different mindset when we step on the field. We want to shut teams down, run and pass. It's not just run. We got to count on everybody. Secondary, you got to count on the linemen to get to the quarterback, and our coach pushes us a lot because we fear him. Whenever we do bad, a little bit, we have to run 50s. So I think it's just a different mindset when we step on the field.
Thanks, Olivia, and congratulations, guys. Now we want to take you inside the numbers. What an incredible night for Dior Hubbard. Dior carried the ball 23 times for 298 yards and 5 touchdowns. In addition, Maxwell Cummings ran 8 times for 118 yards. Amir Simmons added 66 yards. In all, the Lions outrushed the Raiders 507-49, and they were definitely motivated by the Centerville loss.
Centerville was not a game we were supposed to lose, and all throughout the week we had a bad practice. So I was a little frustrated, but you see, I took the frustration. We took the frustration out on the field. You see, it was 47-13. It was 40-7 by halftime.
Thanks, Dior, and congrats again.
The Lions defense has been incredible this season. Through 4 games, they've allowed just 2 touchdowns.
And one of the main reasons why is senior Kamari Burns.
Our Taylor Braun is joined live in studio with Kamari today.
Good morning, Taylor and Kamari.
Good morning, guys. Yes, I am here with University of Cincinnati commit Kamari Burns. The defense has been really dominant this season with 4 games and only letting 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So what is the key to the defense?
I feel like the key to our defense is we cause a lot of pressure up front with my linebacker Dylan Scott and Jaden Yates. I feel like we all just crowd to the ball and just use a lot of effort to get to the ball.
Yeah, awesome. So you decided to commit to Cincinnati before the season.
Yeah.
So why Cincinnati?
I feel like Cincinnati was just the best spot for me. I have a lot of relationships with all the coaches there, and I have good chemistry with the players there, so I feel like it was just the best fit for me.
Yeah, awesome. So this Friday is a huge game against Pick Central, one of the top teams. So what is it going to take for you guys to win?
I feel like we all just need to come together and just realize that it's not. We all need to come together and we're gonna come together and just crowd the ball and just stop the run. And I feel like our offense is just like keep doing what they keep doing, just score the ball.
Yeah, awesome. So I bet a lot of people talk to you about football. So what are some of your hobbies outside of football?
I like bowling, playing with my dogs, sleeping, and hanging out with my friends.
Yeah, awesome. All right, well, thank you so much, and good luck to the rest of your season. Now, back to the sports desk.
Thanks, guys.
Switching scenes to boys golf, where they competed in their final OCC yesterday. They finished 3rd, led by senior captain Keegan Billingham with a 76, gaining him first team All-OCC, followed by 79 from Eli Orcus. The guys still have plenty of tournaments left this season and time to get prepared for sectionals. We also want to congratulate senior golfer Matt Boucher. Matt had a hole-in-one at Denton Golf Club last week. The ace came on the 7th hole, which is a par 3, 158-yard hole. Congrats to Matt, and we hope you kept the ball.
The girls' golf team has plenty to be proud of this week. The Lions finished 2nd at the OCC Ohio tournament. Eliza Mercer led Lincoln with a 75. She was followed by Cece Holmes with an 83 and Mia Patterson with a 93. Meanwhile, the JV team also competed at OCCs. Reese Kripe led the Lions with a 46. Elena Barises was the 2nd leading golfer with a 52. Unfortunately, they fell to Hilliard Darby yesterday by 15 strokes. Next up, they'll face Dublin Jerome on Monday. Specializing in high school sports is a growing trend.
This means that an increasing number of students are choosing to focus on just one sport.
But that's not the case for some students who compete year-round as multi-sport athletes.
It's tough enough to play one sport, and multiple sports take even more time and effort.
We sent our very own Damian Jones to get the insight on what it's like for multi-sport athletes here at Gahanna.
Here's Damian.
Many athletes at Gahanna define what a student athlete really means. School, practice, and schoolwork again for most of them. But while doing this, they're also held a higher standard when they're on and off campus.
All athletes are held to higher standards simply because the reason you are an athlete at Gahanna Lincoln High School, and as an athlete, you should always be a leader. You should, guide people the right way. You should really be a role model of what Gahanna stands for.
I think I am held to a higher standard, honestly, because I need to be an example for everyone. If I'm messing up, then everybody gonna think it's okay for me to mess up and stuff. So I think I just need to keep setting an example, working hard, and being an example and a standard for everybody.
Although these athletes may be held to a higher standard, their time may be measurable during the week.
Time management is kind of hard being in a sport for 3 seasons, but I try to give myself a study hall when I make my schedule, and then I usually just do my homework before practice or after practice, depending on what time it is.
Time management skills, I think using a planner will definitely help. It helps me keep track of what I got that day, what I have to do, and then just by keeping organized.
Time management for these athletes can be very challenging at times, but they persevere and find motivation through the concept of one pride, one family.
The cultures are obviously a little different for each team, but the overall message for each team that the coaches try and give us is relatively the same. At the end of the day, they want us all to be happy, one pride, one family.
I think one pride, one family definitely goes into sports. You have to be teammates, you have to be uplifting, positive to one another in order to strive and win as a team. You have to show respect to your teammates, and you have to help one another succeed and go for that one goal you want to achieve together.
As you can see, multi-sport athletes represent what a student athlete really means. not only contributing to the sport, but honing themselves to a higher standard, managing time for school, and representing one pride, one family. This is Damian Jones in the Zone.
Thanks, Dom. Mia, it looks like we have another athlete joining us in the studio today.
Yes, we do. It's volleyball star Jillian Sanders.
Good morning, Jillian. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you guys?
We're doing really good.
Well, our boys soccer team has every reason to celebrate. They traveled to Westland High School and beat the Cougars 9-2. Mikkel White and Lucas Schlechte both had 2. Owen Huzika and Josiah Benjamin had 1 goal and 2 assists. We caught up with 2 of the captains, Kelvin McWawa and Kelvin Henthorn, after the dub.
So it was our first OCC game in our conference, so we were super hyped to get 1-0 in the conference. And with 1-0, we're doing pretty good right now, and we're looking forward to New Albany next week.
I think it went pretty well. I think it's a pretty big confidence booster for the whole team. It's a little sad to see 2 goals in, but we're going to work harder and hopefully improve for next game.
Congrats, guys. The girls team also has a reason to celebrate. They beat Westland 10-0 yesterday, and the girls are now 3-3 on the season and are looking to keep their wins coming this Saturday against Bishop Watterson. The Lions' defense has been top tier this season, and one player who stepped up is only a sophomore in the center back position, had a few points made for their team. Here's 1 minute with girls soccer player Claire Highland.
Thanks. I'm here joined with Claire Highland, sophomore center back on the girls soccer team. So Claire, you were the only freshman on varsity last year, so you can just tell me how your mindset has changed from last year to this year?
I feel like last year I was kind of more focused on myself, and this year we're kind of more focused on the team as a whole. And my coach has said we over me, which means like us as a team focused on each other, and then last year we kind of focused on ourselves trying to grow, but this year as a whole.
Yeah, so you talk about the team and everything like that. Can you talk about how your team chemistry is different this year?
Yeah, this year we've had like a few team dinners and team bonding sessions, which has really helped us actually, and last year we didn't really do many of those, so we definitely have more of chemistry this year.
Yeah, so stepping aside from the team, talking about you personally, what are your goals for this season and the rest of your career here at Lincoln?
My goals are probably to win more games than last year and just like focus more on like our playing and our like touches and like details, and not so much as like winning games, but not so much as like caring about winning or losing.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much for joining me, and good luck on the rest of your season.
Now on to tennis. The girls varsity team now has an impressive 13-2 after defeating Hilliard Bradley 3-2 on Tuesday. It's been a busy week for the Lions. They also knocked off Bexley on Monday 3-2. Winning for the Lions in the Bexley match were Natalie Garcia in the second doubles, Daniela Guzman in third singles, and doubles team of Mary Grace Holiday and Alex Weiner. They're back at home later today against Lancaster. Well, that's all for me. Back to Mia and Delaney at the sports desk.
Thanks, Jill. Athletes work hard to perform at the highest level they can play at, but sometimes their bodies don't cooperate and they need to sit out. This can affect athletes in so many ways. When you put your heart into a sport and things out of your control ruin your season, it can be devastating. Our Toby Foresight took a deeper look at what these injuries athletes go through.
Athletes all over the world train, compete, and dream of becoming the best player they can be. Late nights and long hours, these athletes push their bodies to the extreme. But what happens when these athletes' bodies don't cooperate?
It was really sad because I couldn't play and all my friends could play, and I missed out on like being able to do camps and stuff with all of my teammates and friends.
I thought that I had just like I don't even know, sprained something in my knee or something like that. But then when I went to the knee doctor and stuff and they said that was my ACL, it was just like, I burst into tears. Like, that's the worst thing that like an athlete could face. And it happened to me. So after like 8 years of playing volleyball and like wanting to like play in college and stuff like that, not being able to play like my senior year, it's even really hard to still like go to games. Like sometimes like even games like now, like we're halfway through our season, it still wears on me that I can't ever go back out on that court until like the school season is over.
While these athletes are out, they can still learn and grow and become a better teammate and get new goals that can help them become a better athlete in the future.
I wanted to still like be like a player, look like a player, everything like that. But I'm definitely there, and I realize a lot more than like what I missed. But I've learned to be more like of a positive person. Not that I ever wasn't, but I've always been able to like bond with my teammates through like volleyball and actually playing and stuff like that. But now I've actually like created like that personal connection that I didn't necessarily like have like last year or something like that. So I'm definitely more of like a personable like player or teammate now.
Ways that I've been helping the team is that I've been training the kid that's supposed to be behind me, and so I've been training them up to be able to take my spot so that they can be able to play at the game at the potential that I could, and just really be there for the team.
While they might be learning off the field, they still keep important goals that motivate and give them hope for their recovery and future in this sport to become the players they always dreamt of becoming.
Being there for the team and finally shining when I can get back and be ready again. Looking forward, obviously trying to play in college and stuff like that. Squeeze the district for baseball, possibly, and obviously, hopefully they win states for football right now.
Club season is incredibly motivating for me because then I can like get back, and then I have like a couple colleges like looking at me, and then after I'm back, if everything like is going well with my knee and stuff like that, and I still like love the game and it's not like hurting me physically, then I can like get back out there.
Injuries are uncontrollable, but what is controllable is the way you react and recover from the situation, and whether you decide to grow from it. This is Toby Forsyth in The Zone.
Thanks, Toby. The girls' volleyball team is ecstatic. The girls defeated Westerville Central on Tuesday in a program sweep. The ladies also beat DeSales Monday. Varsity had a clean sweep, winning the first match 25-10, and the second and third match winning 25-20. Audrey Worthington had 11 kills and Caitlin Hines with 10 kills. Kieran Bailey kept the defensive game sharp with a total of 7 digs, and Gabby Dawes was on her A game with 6 aces. Armia Salmons caught up with Kieran Bailey after the game.
We've been working really hard on our offensive and our defensive line because those two components are keys to the game. So our hitting was really well tonight. We hit corners, deep shots, we tipped well, we made their defense move, and then our defense on our end did a really good job moving to the ball, making sure that we pick up any deep balls, any places where we feel vulnerable, and then we combined and as a team did very well with communication, making sure that we know what's going on and how we just pulled that win off as a team together.
Now to cross country. We tried getting video of the teams competing at Mason, but that didn't work out.
But we want to tell you that both teams had an impressive performance.
They both finished 7th out of 26 teams.
Charlie Slates finished in the top 10.
For the girls, Ava Tomnak finished 40th and Ruby Lewis 44th. So great job, cross-country teams.
Speaking of Charlie Slates, Olivia Doyle has 1 minute with Charlie.
Thanks, guys. Today I'm joined with cross-country runner Charlie Slates. Can you tell me a little bit about the meet last weekend at Hilliard?
It was really fun. It was a super strong field of guys and teams, and it was a pretty fast course, so it was super great to be able to test where I was, and to get close, only 9 seconds behind the school record was something that was really fun.
Is breaking the school record something that's a goal for you?
I think so. Cross country it changes so much depending on the course you're running, but as long as I keep placing high, then hopefully I can get it.
That's awesome. Do you have any pre-game rituals?
I like to stay really calm and just focus as best I can.
What keeps you running?
I'm never satisfied, and I just love to get better and stay consistent. Come to practice each day with my teammates and see the improvement.
What is some advice you'd give to a younger runner?
Try and stay as consistent as possible and have fun. Never lose the fun part.
That's awesome. We're going to toss it back to the news desk.
Thanks, Olivia.
We've reached the end of the Lincoln Sports Zone.
But as we say goodbye, we want to show you another great moment from Friday night.
The band, student section, and cheerleaders were all having a great time together.
We'll see you next time, and go Lions!